Alrighty. We are live. We are live. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. This is another episode of the Leadership Standard, and I'm excited to have everyone here watching. From wherever you're watching, please like, subscribe, follow this page, and let's get the party started. Alrighty, so let's talk about what's been going on in Nigeria, because a lot of things has been happening and a lot of people don't understand what's going on because when you see Nigeria as a country, you begin to wonder what exactly is going on. Like why are people out there killing themselves? Why are people out there, frustrating lives and properties of people? Why is there just hopelessness in the air? And why is that hopelessness affecting everybody? People think that the hopelessness is only affecting the Igbo people, but that's not true. The hopelessness is affecting everybody. Everybody is facing the same level of hopelessness. And if care is not taken, that hopelessness will consume everybody. All right. And nobody's going to be exempt from it. So that's why we need to ask ourselves these questions like, what is going on? Why is Nigeria still the way it is, even to today? Nothing seems to change.
So can see them.
Everybody seems to be uneasy. Everybody just seems to be afraid of what's going to happen next. Nobody knows what's really going to happen. Nobody knows what's happening. But again, I want everyone to understand that there is a massive change that's going on in the spiritual realm of Nigeria as a whole. It's a very chaotic space right now for everybody. It's very chaotic. The election was over. The candidate that was expected to win did not win. That is Peter Obi. He did not win the elections, and a lot of people are confused. A lot of people are worried. A lot of people are asking, like, what's going to happen with this? With the judiciary. What's going to happen with the presidential election tribunal panel? Are they going to bring justice? Are they going to be the ones that will change the situation, or would it just be another case of, hopelessness? Because it doesn't take anything to become hopeless in Nigeria. There's a lot of people that are running around hopeless because of the situation at which they found themselves, the lack of trust, the lack of opportunities, and just the lack of hope, with the general space of things in the country. When you look at how poor and how bad the situation is, and how everybody is just fighting for survival, then you will understand that Nigeria is currently running in a state of hopelessness. And everyone is using religion to hide that hopelessness. Everyone is using religion to find peace in that hopelessness. Everyone is using religion to find joy in that hopelessness. Because the economy, the government as it is, that should provide hope for people, is actually the main culprit in giving that hopelessness, in ensuring that the hopelessness continues. And that is where the problem lies. We have to ask ourselves, how do we grow as a people? Do we want to continue, in a situation where there is criminality and there is the legality of criminality? When I say legality of criminality, I mean when there is a stamp of legality in the criminality. All right. So this is a video that is playing right now on the screen, as you can see, of how the Nigerian police was accused of fighting with the securities in the market while they were destroying the properties of Igbo people. As you can see, this is happening in a modern day Nigeria. And if we cannot talk about these things in 2023, what more can we talk about? There is an ongoing destruction of properties of Igbo people in current day Nigeria right now as I speak, because of policies that has been made by the government to ensure that those properties are destroyed with no economic plan to alleviating the problems in the future. So they just destroy these properties, but they have no desire or no economic plan to creating a better welfare for these people. So, but not just were they destroying the properties, the Nigerian police that should be securing the properties of the people that were being destroyed, they were fighting with other people to steal the properties of the same people. And this is the cycle of poverty as I talk about. So nobody really understands what's going on. Everybody is just confused. in their own, in their own society doesn't understand what's happening. It's a state of hopelessness. How can you be fighting to get the same properties that you are meant to be protecting? You are fighting to steal it. And this is in Lagos State, Nigeria. So, as I said, that goes to show you what hopelessness looks like. Nigeria is currently in a state of hopelessness. Everybody is hopeless. Everybody is hopeless. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody can understand what's going on. People that should be telling them what's going on are not telling them what's going on. So there is this state of hopelessness. And until we ask ourselves, how then can we break free of this? Then we may not understand what's going on for a long time. So now this is another story again. Let's watch this one of how the Igbo people's properties were being destroyed in Lagos State, Nigeria.
Yana ma ba bari mo ba normal news kana yana ma ba bari ya di ya meri yare umigo na ala international market ka ndị Igbo nọ na Lagos were ka wee mụrụ ihe ebe ọ bụ na Africa property ka ndị Igbo mgbe akụrụ ụlọ ka ibu na akụ anyị ụlọ ọ bụghị ihe ọjọọ na iburu aka anyị wee nawa ụlọ eji ha kpata atụfu abụọ gara anyị biko mpịtịmpị na-ekwe na alaba na. Thank you and God bless you. Alaba News reporting live from Alaba International Market. God bless you.
So as you can see, there's a destruction of properties in Alaba International Market. This is a market that is known predominantly to service the Igbo people as well as Lagos, Nigeria in electronics, in all types of things, maintenance parts, whatever you need, you can find it in Alaba International Market, right? But again, now there is constant destruction of these properties belonging to Igbo people, and no one is saying anything about it. This is just happening like it's nothing. This is the properties and welfare of people. We have seen how properties of Igbo people have been destroyed constantly in Lagos, Nigeria on a daily basis. But the truth of the matter is this. The Constitution of Nigeria says that everyone has the right to live in any part of the country. But when there is a destruction of properties of Igbo people in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria, the question is, what are the alternative plans that are being set up for them? Because there's obviously a need for these shops. There is obviously a need for the economic value that these shops are bringing. These people are taxpayers. They are making money. They're trying to survive and make a legal means to survive in this country. So why are their properties being destroyed? That is the question you have to ask yourselves. And even if the properties are being destroyed for a legal reason, what is the alternative that you are providing to ensure that these people find better opportunities rather than losing all their life's work? Because at the end of the day, if they don't get ways to feed, then you just increase criminality. You just increase criminality again. And this is what the Nigerian government is not understanding. Because if they are understanding these things, they will get the picture that there has to be a way forward out of all these things. You cannot allow people to lose their livelihood and think it's just going to be, kumbaya. This is going to have adverse effects on the economy, adverse effect on the mental health of people, adverse effect on the general populace. Nigerian government needs to think well before they act, and not just act sporadically. Now, with this kind of actions, the consequences will be there. There will be dire consequences out of this, because people will see that there is an obvious problem in the economy. But this is another question again. This is another story again that I wanted to share. So you can see. As you can see, they are just destroying properties. They are just destroying properties of Igbo people with no justification for this. You have to ask yourself, what is the justification behind this? Why is this going on? What is the reason behind this? They have no reason. They have no reason. Just destroying the properties. There will be consequences for all of this at the end of the day. Because people will leave these places, they will leave the businesses, they will go find opportunities elsewhere. These are the consequences. I know they say every action comes with its own reaction. We have to ask ourselves, why do we have to continue to make life hard for people? People that just want to have a regular daily life. They have no desire to bother anybody. They just want to feed, take care of their family, protect their loved ones, and just be happy. But now people's lives are being destroyed and people's properties are being destroyed with no alternative measure for them. Why is this going on in modern day Nigeria? I ask you. And this is just after an election. So people are saying that this is probably the consequences of the election. Do you understand? But at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, why are we doing this? This is a backward cycle. This is us going back in circles. We're not making progress as a nation like this. People travel abroad and buy properties and everywhere, but this is not how you grow the economy. You grow the economy by pumping more value into places like this, making it more lucrative, creating more avenues for people to invest, and therefore you are increasing the revenue. It doesn't matter where this person comes from. Money doesn't have a face. Money doesn't have a face. Anybody can make money as long as that money is coming back into the economy. You don't destroy livelihoods of people. What's the way forward? This is a case of recurring failures. We are not learning from our experience. We're not learning from our history. We're making the same mistakes and we expect a different result. This is not how we will grow as an economy. This is not how we grow as an economy. We cannot grow by destroying properties of people. We cannot grow by destroying properties of people. We cannot grow by destroying properties of people. And now this now makes me talk about this story again. This makes me talk about this story again. I want to share this story instead. Because a lot of people have been playing this story, unless this is from TVC.
Are going to go between now and Monday.
So far, about 16 buildings within the Alaba International Market have been marked for demolition by the State Building Control Agency.
Especially Igbo traders in Lagos. Those set to go, they will destroy your business. After that, they will take over your houses. When I make open both for them, I want you to be writing down what I'm saying.
And all those buildings are going to go between now and Monday.
So far, about 16 buildings within the Alaba International Market have been marked for demolition by the State Building Control Agency.
Especially,
as you can see, the buildings in Lagos, Nigeria are now being marked, in Alaba are now being marked for destruction. What does that tell you? That tells you exactly what we've been saying. The Nigerian government is not learning its mistakes. It keeps opening new wounds every time. And whenever there is a problem, they come after the Igbo people because they are the main targets. We cannot continue like this. We cannot continue like this. We see all the evil going on in the north. So what then do we do? As everyone is waiting, and the Nigerian government needs to ask itself, this is not the way forward.
Igbo traders in Lagos. Those set to go, they will destroy your business. After that, they will take over your houses. When I make open both for them, I want you to be writing down what I'm saying.
And all those buildings are going to go between now and Monday.
So let's ask ourselves, is this the way we want to go on as a country? Destroying properties of other people and expecting the country to grow? No. No, this country cannot make progress like this. Everybody's inputs must be needed. And if the people's inputs are not needed, then let the country voluntarily separate. You know, let the country voluntarily separate. There's no progress in fighting each other in a country that is not desired for making progress. Everybody's fighting everybody, destroying properties. Yoruba destroying properties of Igbo people. You know, Igbo people doing this one, fighting with other people. It doesn't. Country cannot make progress like that. And we as a country, we're not making progress. Go and look at our GDP. Go and look at where we stand in the economies of the nation. You will see that we're not making progress. We're not making progress. Lagos State, that can be a very viable state. Lagos State has one of the highest GDPs in Nigeria, even if not the highest GDP in Nigeria. You know, but again, it is holding down itself with policies like this. It holds down itself. It doesn't make it. It doesn't make. It's not cannot be compared to the nations of great nations of the world. With policies like this, it's a shameful policy. It's a very shameful policy. Rather than figuring out how to build more places and build more economies, they are destroying what's already existing. Well, let's see what happens. For those who are just joining, this is the Leadership Standard. My name is Buchilo. Please kindly follow us on all platforms, social media, Facebook, YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you next time.